Hello friends, myself Prashant Patil. Today we will see new point of subject data structure of topic searching and sorting. Before starting new point of subject data structure, just we recall the previous lecture points, which is a skip list or introduction of skip list. Also we studied description of skip list. Also we already discussed the implementation details of skip list and different operations of skip list. Today in this lecture we will discuss some points which are listed here. The first point, which is definition of sorting or introduction of sorting. Then we will discuss here categories of sorting. Then we will discuss in place sorting and not in place sorting. Also we will see stable and not stable sorting. Also we can see here adaptive and non-adaptive sorting algorithm. Also we discuss types of sorting. The first type, which is bubble sort. Today the first point we will discuss here, the definition of sorting. Sorting is the process of arranging a list of elements in either ascending or descending order is called as sorting. Means elements are arranged in a particular manner, means which are ascending order or which is in descending order is called as sorting. Sorting refers to arranging data in a particular format. Sorting algorithm specifies the way to arrange the data in a particular order. The most common orders are in numerical or lexicographical order. Basically, the importance of sorting lies in the fact that the data searching can be optimized to a very high level. If data is stored in a sorted manner, sorting is also used to represent the data in some or in more readable formats. These are the some of the example of sorting in real life scenarios. The first example is that telephone directory. The telephone directory stores the telephone number of people stored by their names so that the names can be searched easily. As we know that if you want to search a particular person mobile number, then we can directly goes through the name of this particular person and then we will find the mobile number or telephone number. The second example is that dictionary. The dictionary stores the word in an alphabetical order so that the searching of any word becomes easy. As you know that suppose if you want to search any particular word meaning, then we can easily go through the alphabetical order and we can easily find out that. Basically, sorting algorithms, a sorting algorithm is used to rearrange a given array or list elements according to a comparison operator on the elements. The comparison operator is used to decide the new order of element in the respective data structure. Then we will discuss the next point, which is two categories of sorting. The first category is that internal sorting. The second category is that external sorting. Internal sorting means we are arranging the number within an array, which is done in main memory because it has limited space. As you know that in internal sorting is done inside a main memory, which is called as primary memory or also called as RAM, random access memory. Basically, the size of an array is too short, That's why this internal sorting done inside a primary memory, or which is called as main memory. The second category is external sorting. External sorting means arranging data in a secondary memory because large data are stored in secondary storage. As you know that external sorting done inside a hard disk, or which is called as secondary memory, because the size of elements or size of an array is too large. That's why it's not possible inside a main memory. So this sorting or external sorting done inside a secondary memory, that's why which is called as external sorting. The next point, which is in place sorting and not in place sorting. Sorting algorithm may require some extra space for comparison. The temporary storage of few data elements, these algorithms do not require any extra space, and sorting is said to be happen in place, or for example within the array itself. This is called in place sorting. The example of in place sorting is bubble sort. However, in some sorting algorithms, the program requires space which is more than or equal to the elements being sorted. Sorting which is uses equal or more space is called as not in place sorting. Means as per the requirement of space, we need to acquire some extra space for not in place sorting. The example which is merge sort. For example, the below list of characters is sorted in increasing order of their ASCII values. Means the in next slide given one example of characters, and these characters are placed in some random order, but we have to sort in the particular order in the basis of ASCII value. That is, the character with lesser ASCII value will be placed first, then character with higher ASCII value. If suppose character has ASCII value 65, then it will place first memory location. If suppose character has ASCII value 66, then it will place second number, means after 65 it will place 66. Likewise, we can arrange the alphabets in a particular manner. Now see in the example, or now see in this particular figure, at the left side is the input, at the right side which is output. In input, characters are G, E, E, K, S, F, O, R, G, E, E, K, S. Means these alphabets are not in a proper format or not in a proper sorting manner. Means what we want to do here, first calculate the ASCII value of each character. As you know that ASCII means American Standard Code for Information Interchange. Basically, these ASCII values are assigned to this particular alphabets. First alphabet which is A, then alphabet B, then C, A, B, C, D up to Z, which having some numbers from 64, 65, 66, 67 likewise. Now we have to arrange all the characters in ASCII value or alphabetically assign. The first which is E, because E has less ASCII value, which contains I think 4 number of E's are placed first. E, 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 then we will place F, then G, G, then K, K, then O, then R, and at the end SS. This is one particular order or ascending order. We rearrange the alphabets. The next point, which is stable and not stable sorting. If a sorting algorithm after sorting the contents does not change the sequence of similar content in which they are appear is called as stable sorting. Now see in the figure. The first array contains the values 35, 33, 42, 10, 14, 19, 26, 44, 26 and 31. Now see carefully, two values 26 and 26 are repeated here. Means that if suppose location number 8, which contains the value 26, which will stored in location number 3 or location number 4, it does not affect in it. Means we can location number 6 value to location number 3 or location number 4, means does not affect into the order. If a sorting algorithm after sorting the contents changes the sequence of similar content in which they appear is called a unstable sorting. Now see in the figure has two arrays. The first one at the bottom side and second one is at the top side. The topmost array, which contains 26 element at location number 6. This location number 6 element is stored at location number 4 at the bottom array, and the top array, the location number 8 value, which is 26, stored in bottom array location number 3. Means that whatever or wherever you want to store these two similar types of elements in location number 3 as well as in location number 4, it will not affect in the particular manner. So which is called as unstable sorting. Unstable of an algorithm matters when we wish to maintain the sequence of original elements, like in a tuples of example. The next point, which is adaptive and non-adaptive sorting algorithm. A sorting algorithm is said to be adaptive if it takes advantage of already sorted elements in the list that is to be sorted. That is, while sorting, if the source list has some element already sorted, the adaptive algorithm will take this into account and will try not to reorder them. A non-adaptive algorithm is one in which does not take into account the element which are already sorted. They try to face every single element to be reordered to confirm their sortedness. Now we can see here types of sorting. The first type is bubble sort. First we will see the definition of bubble sort. Bubble sort is one of the popular sorting method. The bubble sort is internal sorting type in which smallest item or the smallest element moved or bubbled up to the top of the list is called as bubble sort. Actually, bubble sort is one of the most popular sorting method. The bubble sort is internal sorting type in which smallest items are bubbled up or moved up. In this particular method, the first element compare to the next element in the array from the left to right. If first element is larger than the next element, then exchange them and move the smaller element into the top position, otherwise no exchange is required. After n minus 1 comparisons, the largest element among all the elements at the end of the list, means after comparison of n minus 1, means n is the number of elements which are stored in the array. N is the number of elements. Now see the example. The size of an array is 7 from index 0 to index 6. The elements are 40, 20, 70, 10, 92, 54 and 62. The first rule is that the 0th location element is compared with first location element. The 0th location element is 40 and compared with first location element which is 20. Means that every time first element is compared with second element. After n minus 1 comparison, we will get here greatest number at the end of the list, means at the location number 6. Now we can see here n minus 1 comparisons. Likewise, n minus 1 passes are required. N is total number of elements which are stored in the array. The count is 7, means array size is 7, means 7 minus 1, 6 passes are required. In pass number 1, first we write the index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Also write the elements 40, 20, 70, 10, 92, 54 and 62. In step number 1, the first element or 0th location element is compared with first location element. If suppose first element is compared with second element and first number is greater than second element, then exchange is required. After exchange, 20 is placed at 0th location and 40 is placed at first location. In step number 2, again 40 is compared with 70. Now here no exchange is required. Why? Because 40 is less than 70. Then we will see step number 3. In step number 3, 70 is compared with 10. Now compare here, 70 is greater than 10. That's why exchange is required. Means 70 is placed at location number 3 and 10 is placed at location number 2. Means the values are 20, 40, 10, 70, 92, 54 and 62. In step number 4, again 70 is compared with 92. Now here 70 is less than 92. So no exchange is required here. Now in next step, step number 5, 92 is compared with 54. Now here see carefully, 92 is greater than 54, so exchange is required. Means 54 is placed at 92 and 92 is placed at 54. In next step, step number 6, again 92 is compared with 62. Yes, 92 is greater than 62. That's why exchange is required. In step number 7, 20, 40, 10, 70, 54, 62 and 92. Then we already marked here 92. Means that after pass 1, we will get greatest number at the end of the list. Likewise, we can prepare the pass number 2. In pass number 2, also the first value compare with second value. The first value is 20 is compared with 40. Now here 20 is less than 40, then no exchange is required. In step number 2, 40 is compared with 10. Now here 40 is greater than 10, that's why exchange is required. In step number 3, we exchange 40 with 10 and 10 with 40. In step number 3, 40 is compared with 70. Now 40 is less than 70, that's why no exchange is required. In next step number 4, 70 is compared with 54. Now here 70 is greater than 54, so exchange is required. Means 54 right in place 70 and 70 is right in place 54. In step number 5, 70 is compared with 62. Yes, 70 is greater than 62, that's why exchange is required. Means 70 is right into place 62 and 62 is right in the place 70. Means that after pass number 2 we will get second largest number in the list. Then we will mark here. Likewise, we can compare all the elements with each other and we will get the final sorted list. Also we can see here last step, which is pass number 5. First value is compared with 20, value is compared with 10, exchange is required. Means 10 is placed at the place of 20 and 20 is stored in the place of 10. Means 10, 20, 40, 54. Now in step number 2, 20 is compared with 40, no exchange is required. In step number 3, 40 is compared with 54, no exchange is required. Now we can see here the output, which is 10, 20, 40, 54, 62, 70 and 92. Then we will get here the final sorted list. Thank you.